Good morning, dreamers. How are you today? It's been a while. I was at Penetang at my brother's for an overnight on Friday into Saturday. And Saturday morning, we went to my nephew's favorite cafe so that I could prove to him I was there. It's called Cafe Kitty Hawk or Kitty Hawk Cafe. Anyway, I got myself some coffee beans and they're really, really good. I think they're medium roast. There wouldn't be a dark, but they are very, very tasty. Well, not the beans themselves, although probably if I dipped them in chocolate. We were up north because we had gone up to Sault Ste. Marie to pick up Jimmy from camp. Now, this was Rainbow Camp. Not many Christian camps would allow Jimmy to represent as himself. And so, anyway, he and a buddy went to Rainbow Camp and they had the most wonderful time. I had comments at church yesterday on how different Jimmy was. He was able to carry on a conversation. He wasn't hiding behind his phone. He was just different. But one of the things that struck me in picking Jimmy up was the fact that here we are at Rainbow Camp, and so parents have worked very hard and paid a lot of money to go there, to send their kids there. And I get there, and the kids are milling about and everything, and I open my arms for Jimmy, and he sees me, and he's like talking to his friends. I'm assuming he's like, my mom's here, I gotta go. And it wasn't, I gotta run away from you, it was, I need a hug. And so he came over quickly. I wouldn't say he's running at me like a little baby, but he was running at me, like coming at me. And a huge hug. And I'm closing my eyes, I'm holding on to my son, and I'm huge hug. I'm so proud of you for succeeding in this. And because with his anxiety, separation from his person, and I'm his person, is a trigger for his anxiety. So this was a big, big deal for the two of us. So we hugged, and I open my eyes and I look, and everybody from his cabin is right there behind him. And Jimmy turns around and goes, oh yeah, I told them that you give mom hugs. And they want mom hugs. So they're being introduced to me one at a time. I'm giving them a big squishy hug, and because they want a hug, not because I'm forcing the hug. And so I'm giving away these mom hugs. And it wasn't till later when we were driving and Jimmy and Theo were telling us about their cabin mates that it dawned on me why those mom hugs were so important. These kids were being introduced as themselves. And being introduced as themselves mattered because many of them received messages from their parents while they were away and using names that don't represent who they are anymore. And so when a kid called Max says, thank you for the hug, and you're like, no problem, Max. So proud of you, Max. I was a mom using Max's name. And I didn't even realize how important that was. Because Max doesn't get called Max by his mom. It's not allowed at his house. And I thought, these parents are sending their kids to something they know is so important. They've sacrificed to do it because it's not cheap. And yet they still don't affirm their kids. It's okay if you're gay. That I'll get. But trans? No way. You can't possibly know. You're too young to know. What are you talking about? I had no idea just how important those hugs were. I didn't know. I hugged people who were my son's friends. I had no idea that there would be other mothers that would not do the same. And I was surprised. I don't have to understand everything that's going on in Jimmy's mind and in Jimmy's body to know that he has blossomed as Jimmy. I don't have to understand it all to trust him. He's almost 15. I knew who I was at 15. Oh yeah, there was a lot of growth yet to come. There was a lot of growth yet to come. But in that regard, I knew who I was. And to withhold a hug because someone does not quite fit is a pretty shocking thing to me. It's shocking. It really is. Anyway, that's what I'm waking up to this morning, thinking about all this stuff. And how can I, just by being me, make a positive influence in the world? That's my challenge today, and my challenge to you. Just by being you, how can you make a positive influence in the world? Hang out with people that are not the same as you. Let them experience love from you. Acknowledge the Creator made this person, and this person might be trying to figure out who they are and which end is up, but they're still a human being made in the image of God. They might never have turned to God in the first place. They might not follow Him. That doesn't negate the fact that they've been created by His hand, and they're really important. And how would they turn to a God that is represented by someone who withholds a hug? They won't. So just go out, being yourself. I don't mean you have to be hugging the whole world, but being yourself, embracing. You don't have to know why it's so important that you say hello to the cashier at the store. You don't have to know why it is so important that you say, thank you for coming to work. I really appreciate it because I needed your help today. Yeah, you're paying for their help. Who cares? That person showed up. And they showed up for you. They showed up for their work. They showed up for their teammates. You don't have to know why it's important to embrace the world in order to embrace the world. Lead the way with kindness and with the Creator's love. Know that I love you. Have a great day. Hopefully tomorrow won't be as long. It was just one of those why moments in my life. But anyway, we will talk with you later. Bye.